If you're a millennial and you want to become an entrepreneur and start your own business, I'm going to give you 5 food businesses that you could start in 2020 to start the new year off, and we're going to get to it right now. All right, welcome back to Marketing Food Online. And if this is your first video, welcome to Marketing Food Online. This is the premier food entrepreneur channel on YouTube. We talk about everything food and, of course, business, food businesses, and helping you get your food product onto store shelves or show you how to start a food business and make money selling food. So I'm going to get into the top 5 food businesses to start in 2020. If you are looking to start off the new year with a brand new career or a new business and you are a millennial, you are going to love this list because these are 5 specific groups of food products that will only continue to grow enormously over the next 10 to 20 years. So if you want to get in on something like these one of 5 businesses, you definitely want to listen to this entire video and figure out which one you may want to get into. Now, if you want to make your own food product, all 5 of these have co-packers and also have private label companies that can assist you by creating and manufacturing them for you, if that's what you want to do. Or if you simply want to resell food in the top 5 categories I'm going to give you, you can also do that as well. So let's get to it. I'm going to give you from 5 down to what I believe is the number 1 food business to jump into starting next year. So let's take a look at this list. And I'm going to give you reasons why, by the way. I'm not just going to give you 5 really quick lists of things, but I'm going to tell you why they're so important and why they're going to continue to grow, and of course, why you need to be a part of it. All right, number 5 is going to be gluten-free food products. Now, gluten-free, if you're not familiar with it, is actually a food product that most people who suffer from celiac disease, it is actually a disease that their system cannot break down the gluten in certain products, so they have to eat gluten-free. Why is this a category that I'm mentioning? Because it is growing rapidly. In the US alone, there's estimated over 3 million people who have to eat a gluten-free style diet. Now, with that in mind, you got to keep in mind also that baby boomers also are becoming more and more aware of their gluten intolerance, and baby boomers are one of the largest population percentages in the United States. And of course, as they get older, their systems are not going to be able to break that down, and they will become diagnosed with, of course, celiac disease and needing some type of gluten-free diet. Now, what does that mean for you? Well, there is an enormous variety of food products, from snacks to breads to main dishes and dinners and those types of things even, that are gluten-free or becoming manufactured gluten-free. So it's not designated to one specific type of food. There's a huge variety, a big menu of products that can be put out into the marketplace that can be gluten-free. That opens up more opportunity for you as a food entrepreneur. Definitely, especially if you're a millennial and you're looking for a new type of career or business, gluten-free food products are something you need to definitely look into. Number 4, sugar-free. Sugar-free is definitely something that's going to continue to grow over the next 10 to 12 years. Actually, it's going to continue to grow, period, over the next 30 or 40 years, because there are millions of people who are now being diagnosed as diabetic. But it's not only that. Sugar-free products in general are good for most people who are health conscious. There's a lot of people who just want to reduce their sugar intake. So they don't necessarily need to be diabetic or diagnosed as having diabetes to have a sugar-free lifestyle, or if they just want to reduce their calories. There's a lot of people who are super healthy that simply want to take in less sugar. So sugar-free products, from cookies to snacks to breads and to crackers and to all kinds of products that can become sugar-free, that is a food product category that's going to continue to grow, period. No matter how many people are diagnosed with diabetes, or people who just want to be more health conscious and simply just cut back on sugar. So that is a gigantic part and segment of the population. Now, one of the other statistics that I read that was very interesting was that 1 in 4 people are actually diabetic or being diagnosed as having diabetes or some form of diabetes just in the US alone. So the sugar-free category is something that you definitely want to look into if you, again, want to get into creating a food business for yourself. Now, again, as I mentioned in the opening of this video, all of these products have co-packers and private label companies that can actually manufacture these products for you under your own brand, and you can even sell it on Amazon under the FBA program or simply as a private label product. All right, number 3, millennials are having a lot of children. They are having a lot of kids. And because of that, most millennial parents are actually quite aware of nutrition and wanting to have their kids eat healthier, non-processed or minimally processed, and foods that are more healthier. So number 3 is healthy kids snacks, specifically snacks. And here's the reason why. Being a father of my own, having kids, I am well aware of how much food that kids can consume, especially when they reach that 8 to 10-year-old age. Having snacks around the house is something that is every day consumed. Every single day, kids are consuming snacks, okay? The healthier the snacks are, the more appealing they are. Parents will buy them like crazy. And of course, being snacks, they get consumed quicker than normal meals or lunches or dinners or breakfast. Snacks are always on the go. You bring them to sporting events, you bring them to birthday parties, anywhere and everywhere where there's a group of kids, snacks will get eaten very quickly. So creating a line of healthy snacks, even if it's energy bars, if it happens to be some healthy low sugar crackers or cookies that are prepackaged in snack sizes, and the list goes on and on. But in general, healthy kids snacks is a line of food a category that's going to continue to grow always, especially with parents, millennial parents who have more than one child. They can tell you firsthand that going through snacks is something that is never going to go away anytime soon, only going to grow. Number 2, organic anything, literally anything. The organic industry has exploded to an annual sales of over $4.6 billion in the US alone. That's just in the category of organic food products, $4.6 billion. That is huge. So if you are looking to create a food business or start one, I would say out of all of them, my interest in lately has actually been in the organic category. We are looking to create a line of organic food products, and it is a bit of a challenge to do. I'm not going to lie to you. It's not something you can do overnight. But even if you start with one single product, many of these small startup food businesses that specialize in either healthy or very minimally processed foods, or they're organic, or they're sugar-free or gluten-free, many of these small startups are being sold to these big companies for hundreds of millions of dollars. I kid you not. I've actually done 2 or 3 videos on my channel here that actually talk about some success stories of small food businesses that have turned out to be really quite lucrative when they've been sold to bigger companies. So organic anything, if you're talking about, if you want to get into organic produce, if you want to start something local and sell to grocery stores, organic produce is always going to be growing at a rapid pace. Anything organic that's shelf-stable products. I've seen even a full line of gummy snacks that are made from all-natural products that kids devour, but there's no junk in them. So organic anything is definitely a viable product over the next 10 to 15 years. So lastly, it brings me to number 1, and it is supplements. Now, you may be saying, well, Damien, that's not exactly a food product. You're right. But supplements covers a vast variety of products, from actual supplement tablets and pills with a lot of natural herbs and roots that are now coming out that are being used as supplements, to everything to protein bars, okay? Meal replacement bars, powdered proteins, dried dehydrated natural vegetables that are now becoming powdered supplements, superfoods, that they're blending a lot of varieties of dried powderized vegetables together, creating healthy shakes and drinks. So there's a huge variety of products. And again, this one I came across, there was actually 4 companies that I found that offered specifically private labeled and co-packing of this type of product. Yes, you can actually start a supplement business without actually making supplements yourself. You can create a business by having a private label company put your name on it and basically ship it where you want. Now, I make it sound simple, but of course, yes, with any business, there are a few hurdles to jump through and get over, and you've, of course, got to make yourself legitimate and all of that good stuff. Don't get me wrong, this is not going to something you start overnight, but these 5 types of food businesses for 2020 are only going to continue to grow. So if you want to get in on food business of some kind and you happen to be a millennial, and I specifically am choosing that demographic, by the way, because millennials are opening their own businesses. Out of every generation, they're actually one of the largest entrepreneur generations ever. It's amazing the amount of businesses being opened by millennials. So this is something that could be much more appealing, maybe than doing t-shirts, maybe than doing drop shipping. You hear a lot of that on here on YouTube about drop shipping and t-shirt, and I made $100,000 in a week. It's absolute nonsense. Plus, those markets are so saturated, it's unbelievable. If you want to get in on something that is not as saturated with entrepreneurship, it's going to be the food category, specifically from millennials. So take those 5 and let me know if you have any comments or questions about this. Please do let me know down below. But take these 5, pick one of them out, look into it for the new year, for 2020, start your new business, and give me a heads up and let me know how successful you are next year. Take care.